It's the first snow game of the season, and it starts in Cleveland. Santa brushed the dandruff out of his beard early this year. It's a tale of two different sides of a coin. One team 8-2, the other 2-8. Boswell, of course, I gassed him up so much last week, he missed the field goal early on. On the first drive for the Browns, Nick Chubb ran it in for a touchdown. After halftime, the snow really started coming down. It's snowing so hard that it looks like static on the TV. Jameis Winston runs it in for the touchdown. On the way down, he hit his head and the battery for his communication system popped out of his helmet, but he still got the 2-point conversion to Njoku. Something goofy's always happening with this man, I swear. The Steelers respond with a touchdown of their own. On the next drive for the Browns, Winston loses the ball in the flurry, and the Steelers recover. They capitalize on this with another touchdown, but it's only a 1-point game after they fail the 2-point conversion. Famous Jameis makes a return, throwing a ball right to a Steelers defender. Both teams are now struggling to move the ball, but eventually the Browns get down the field, and Nick Chubb runs it in for another touchdown. That's all they needed. The Browns win on a Hail Mary on a snowy November night. This game will go down in history to be called the Snow Globe game. And it's so great that, yes, we're a part of history now, and we won. It's that rare week where I can't say Tytoons, so Will Levis did put together a nice egg salad sandwich. Get it? Because mayo is in an egg salad sandwich, and he's got all those commercials. Besides from one pick six, which gave us a new meme. The Texans once again showed that they play down to their competition, and in this case, it was so far down that they lost to the Mayo Man. Hellman's was just about to drop their sponsorship too. Well, 6 more weeks of mayo. The Dolphins had a huge game, and I mean huge. Tua was playing really well with 4 touchdowns in total. Jonnu Smith was the first, with Achane grabbing 2, and Waddle was the 4th. The Patriots are back to getting dunked on by their own coach, saying that once the player is on the field, he can't do anything to help them. He's partially right, but isn't the thing about good coaching is that what you teach them off the field shows in their play? Well, 6 more weeks of mayo. Gerard Mayo, that is. The Bears just can't catch a break. After the heartbreaking blocked field goal versus the Packers, the Vikings go ahead and block a field goal in this game. Sam Darnold, who has been looking a bit down these past few weeks, comes out to revive his MVP campaign with a solid performance. Caleb Williams also had a great game, good enough to put this one into overtime. I honestly thought it was going to end in a tie for a second, but the Vikings did kick the game-winning field goal. The first half was a snooze fest, and in the third quarter, you probably could have skipped that one too. This stat is unbelievable though. A combined 41 points in the fourth quarter, that has to be some sort of record. These teams really went off, scoring points mere seconds between each other at times. Scary Terry, he was pretty quiet in this game until he got a big bomb from Jaden Daniels. It looked to be going the Commanders' way finally, until Seibert missed the extra point. We got a new meme reaction, folks. On the onside kick, the Cowboys take the ball in for a touchdown. It's an absolute catastrophe for the Commanders. This should have been a get-right game, but it turned into, stay wrong. The Giants truly lost their bye week. I know I joke about it a lot, but they really lost. Daniel Jones was put into the 4th QB slot behind Danny DeVito. Daniel Jones was put into the 4th QB slot, then he asked to be released. The Giants actually obliged, sending him to the waiver wire. That means that Tommy DeVito will be starting against the Bucs. It was quite the disaster. Not only did they get destroyed, but now Drew Lock is angry because he wasn't starting. He's been the backup all year. It doesn't make any sense. The Giants just keep shooting themselves in the foot, though, especially because Saquon Barkley has been having a monster year. and the guy they paid instead of him is now off the roster. The clip from their GM during Hard Knocks will probably live in infamy at this point.
I'm going to have a tough time sleeping if Saquon goes to Philadelphia, I'll tell you that. As I've told you, I'm just being honest.
Are the Giants tanking now? Well, I feel like they've been tanking all year, but maybe not trying to tank. The Chiefs have to be one of the worst 10-1 teams ever. They are winning these games through luck, voodoo, and some sort of higher power. The Panthers, who are playing better since their win in London, should be easy prey for a top 5 team, right? Wrong! It's Bryce Young's turn for voodoo magic as he makes this a very close affair. DeAndre Hopkins made an appearance today, but so did Chuba Hubbard. It was about to go into overtime, but the Chiefs' backup kicker made a 31-yard field goal to win. I think I smell burnt hair on this one. Ugh. Opposite of the Chiefs are the Lions, who not just look like the best team, but are the best team. Please don't lose next week and make me look like an asshole, especially on Thanksgiving. They are doing what a good team should, though. Win against a tough opponent and dominate over the others. I don't think I need to say how well the Lions play in this game, but on the other side here, Richardson did struggle. Do I still think the Colts have a better chance of winning with him? Yes, until proven otherwise against a bad team. I also won't cope like those fantasy gurus who all said to take him in the first round of their drafts. What a load of hoopla! It's Bo Nix time, baby! He's strengthening his Rookie of the Year push every week at this point. I do expect them to slump again with this schedule, but it's awesome to see him go off. Courtland Sutton is also starting to get in the groove with him. I can foresee a spicy wildcard team in the playoffs.
Streak last week, we played well. We played well.
In the class, baby.
I know I haven't talked a lot about the Raiders, but oh boy, are they struggling. It all comes from the top down in this case. Much like Freddie Kitchens with the Browns, Antonio Pierce is not ready to lead a football team, and it shows. The Duke, he went down with an injury in this one, ending his season. So the looks like he's 50 years old Desmond Ridder came into play. They still couldn't get anything going, even though the score looked closer than the game actually was. Enough said. Saquon Barkley is just amazing. Not only did Madden update their current game, adding in the reverse hurdle, but he's really hitting his stride as he's crushing these defenses over and over and over again. The Rams are just another obstacle in his way. He's playing so well that he outscores and outgains the entire Giants team. It's quite embarrassing. A.J. Brown, he's also waking up again. The Eagles could turn into a bit of a sleeping giant, starting off a bit slow, but now that they're awake, only Kratos will be able to bring them down. I mean, just look at the first play of the half touchdown by Barkley. Sheesh. It's Harbaugh versus Harbaugh, brother versus brother, younger versus older, Lightning versus Bird, Benjamin Franklin versus Edgar Allan Poe. It looked like the Chargers were going to pull off the upset, but much like most of the season, Lamar was reinvigorated in the second half. It didn't take long for the game to get out of reach for the Chargers. The Ravens needed this one. We can officially put them off a fraud watch. For now, I'll leave you all with these words from Jim Harbaugh, future philosopher and great thinker.
Oh, I love my brother, and I'd lay down my life for my brother, but I would not let him win a football game, and he wouldn't want it that way. So.
Oh, you thought I forgot about this game? A dominating effort by the Packers against a 49ers team that was missing Brock Purdy. Just goes to show how important Mr. Irrelevant is for that system. Jordan Love went off today, 2 touchdowns and 160 yards. Josh Jacobs, though, oh man, that Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs trade is looking very equal at this point because he got 3 touchdowns with 100 yards. George Kittle also got a touchdown this game, but it was Packers all day, putting the holes in the Swiss cheese that is the 49ers.